Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And if you notice, if you type on YouTube, hyosung hyper, you'll see a few collection of my scooters on there. Now, these here now are two that we just bought recently again. This one here that I'm pointing at now, we just bought this about 3 nights ago off eBay. The guy we had it off turned on and said he tried fixing it, but it was smelling pretty well. But the problem is it's got a blown head gasket, so I was going to have to change the head gasket. Now, one of the things as well, I found on this bike, and please people, don't do it. If you want the part done, get the genuine part. And that is, when I had a look at this bike just now, I found this fuel pump on there. Now, I don't know what this fuel pump is off. I haven't got the faintest idea. But don't do it, because if this pump isn't the right one, then don't put it on. Okay, because the pump could be carrying fuel at a different sequence measure to the original fuel pump for this bike. And if I go, as you can see, I started stripping the panels off. And if I go down by here, you can clearly see that I've got to strip this here off and the head in there. Now, if I turn the key on and turn the engine over, you will hear what noise it makes. Now, tip of advice for you, everyone: if a bike sounds that easy to turn over, you've got a blown head gasket. Right? If it turns over and knocks on the front really badly, you have bent valves. And if it turns really badly inside and it fires up and it sounds like a bucket of nails, then your bottom end is on its way out, or the bearings have dried up. Now, this one here now, I've messaged the guy up and told him what the problem was, because clearly he didn't know. But I gotta strip that part there off and the head in there as well to get to the gasket. Now, I bet you're wondering, oh, why not just put gasket sealant on it? No, you don't put gasket sealant on it. The reason being of it is, gasket sealant is a temporary compound. And what gasket sealant does is it just helps to tighten down the original gaskets. That's all it does. And it gives less chance of blowing. And there's the other one there, which you can clearly see it is a beautiful bike. Now, this one here now is exactly the same make as my red one. It's a Grand Prix Plus, which you can see over there. And the problem with this was, when we bought it, the guy said that the engine had seized up. Now, I managed to turn the engine in reverse with the sprocket with a ratchet on the flywheel, and I've managed to fill it all up with oil, so the engine has become a lot easier to turn. But these are components I've stripped off the engine. This here is what you call the cylinder head block. As you can see, I started cleaning the valves down, but as you can see, there's a bit of rust water in there, which is something easily cleaned up with. And if I turn it over, we can clearly see the valves are strongly intact. Now, the only thing that's been worrying me is that don't matter about the state inside the barrel. Barrel can be easily cleaned. See? Is a piston still on this engine. There's groove marks on the piston, and it's grooved the barrel. Now, the thing is, if you have one of these and you find it's got lack on power, and you see that when you twist the throttle up, but it doesn't want to know, it's all the time. There's a few things you could do to check, and that there is, check your spark plug, check the CDI unit coil, which is just based under the tank. Check the CDI unit memory box, which is placed just under the front panel, because they're known on these to go. And if then that doesn't cure the problem, then technically you're looking at a scored piston. Basically means piston off, new piston in, and another barrel. If a barrel is damaged, do not use the same barrel. Replace the barrel, for God's sake. Don't use the same barrel, because I've been doing this video now for about a month now, which is new to me. And the video clips I've been doing, I've had a lot of people come back to me and saying, I had one gentleman from America who had bought one of these, and it was a hyper. And the one that he had bought, someone, had went ahead and they stuck a piston of a big bore kit Aerox 80. Man, do not put a piston big bore kit of an Aerox 80 on these, because he's skimmed the barrel to try and get the piston to fit. The piston has fit. He had the engine all put back together, but unfortunately the bike takes about an hour and a half to fire up. And the reason being how that is because the piston is carrying way less compression than the original piston. So, tip advice for you everyone, do not do it. These two you can see by here now on the camera now, which I'm showing to you. These two now will be done up, and I don't know what to do with them as yet. The blue one I might be thinking of putting on road, but the white one over there is exactly the same condition as mine over there. I don't know if you've all seen this one on YouTube. I have another one then in the garage over there. If you can just clearly see the handlebars over there. So that's under the mattress, covered up tightly. But that one now, I'm pointing at the cam to you on now. That one took me about 4 weeks to a month to get it to that condition. And believe it or not, even though I've driven through Connecticut Town on it, I've had comments of people which I am proud of, saying that, keep up the good work, it's fabulous to see a bike so clean and vice versa, which I'm really proud of. But this white one now, which I'm pointing at you by there now, this white one will be the same condition as that one. They're both the same make, both the same CCs, they're both the same engines, nothing at all different to them. The only thing that is different is registration, but nothing at all different to them whatsoever. Now, I've had a lot of questions now about what's the difference between the Grand Prix Plus, which is the blue one over there, and this white one, which is the Hyper. And the Grand Prix, when they brought Hyosungs out, they actually raced one of the scooters. And one of the scooters that they had raced, the race had become so successful that they actually turned around and made a Grand Prix version of it. Now, the blue one, now which I'm pointing at you over there, has slightly more brake horsepower than the white one. The reason being of it is because with the Grand Prix, it's all factory standard, but with the Grand Prix, it's got a racing CDI unit on it. The CDI unit is beefed up a bit, so it gives you stronger revs, higher revs, better horsepower, and vice versa. Plus as well, the belt and clutch and variator drive is a lot stronger than these white ones. Now this white one here now, which I've had on the road though for about a couple of days now coming up, and my red one, if you go onto YouTube and type in modified Hyosung Hyper, it's got spotlights in the front and everything. Now, with that red one I've got, I've noticed that even though it's had another engine, the revs ain't too good on it, and come the top end, it'd be lucky to do about 54, 55. Now this white one here does between 80 to 85, and that's without any modifications. The reason being of it is because this white one is more of a cruiser. Now the blue one over there is more of a sports bike, so that takes off a second quicker than the white one. But if anyone would like to know any information about these bikes, or anything whatsoever, as I've put on the video clips on YouTube, then do not hesitate to get in touch with me. I'm available to read emails day in, day out, and as well, I'm also available on mobile if you'd like to get in touch with me. My mobile number is 077 9480 9566. Okay, and I also as well I'm also as well now doing customized exhaust pipes for these bikes or any other bike. So if you have a little 50 or an 80cc or a 125 or a 100 and you want a bit of more of a roady noise out of it, then do not hesitate to get in touch, and I shall give you the full details of what can be done or what can't be done. And as well, I also do a lot of nitro cars as well now. I'm repairing nitro cars as well, and selling them as well. So if you'd like anything done to your nitro car, like upgraded or made faster or whichever, then again, don't hesitate to get in touch. So once again, thank you very much for your time, and hopefully speak to you soon. So if you could please, if you could leave some good comments on there for other people to read, and please let me know on there what you think of my video clips and if you find them very handy and useful. Now the next clip I'll be doing is explaining to you on how to do the timing and the valves and vice versa on these engines. So as the saying goes, stay tuned and watch out for this space. And I shall have a clip on soon showing how to do timing and how to change your piston and barrel on you safely and efficiently. Okay, so thank you very much for your time, and I shall speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.